Christy here, Real Fit for Real Life. I am proudly boasting another race medal. This one was yesterday, Run Like a Mother. And what was really cool about it was just a 5K, but they treated it like it was a half marathon and really made it special for all the ladies and men who ran the race. And I thought that was really cool because not everyone is like this amazing runner and it comes easily for them, and thinks that a 5K is no big deal. Like a 5K can be a huge deal. So I decided to do a series of vlogs designed just for you, for these people who want to know how do I improve my running? How do I run a little faster? How do I run with better form? Or how do I run at all? How do I take my walk and turn it into a run? How do I run my first 5K? I am a normal person. I am not one of these, I rolled out of bed one day and decided to run a marathon and woohoo, I ran 6-minute miles. I had a friend like that. Some people are just born to run. And I know there's a book that says we're all born to run, and we are, but not all of us are born to run really fast. So let me tell you why we're not all born to run really fast. Our bodies are all different. There's a bazillion different body types. I don't care about that 3 body types. There's a bazillion. We're all so different. But the key factor for being able to run fast, just being naturally fast, is a certain physique, and it has to do with skeletal structure and muscular structure. Skeletal structure, you can always tell, the women who are really fast tend to be narrower in the hips, but also not have a lot of curve. There's just a nice line from shoulders to hips and not too much waist, and it's just like a nice line. Because the way their hips are in the socket, they actually roll faster than normal people. They just click, click, click super fast turnover. And this is why then are 100% faster than the rest of us, because their hips are they can just go so much quicker in the socket. Whereas normal people, the rest of us who are just big and we've got hips and thighs, we are kind of built a little bit it's just tougher on our bodies. Our hips in the socket have to go kind of up, down, and around with each stride. So it takes longer. It literally takes us longer. There's no way that I am ever going to run a marathon at a 5 or 6 minute mile pace. Impossible. It doesn't matter how hard I train. It's never going to happen. I am not built that way. So as we go into this, just keep that in mind. Now, if you are built that way, you might really just take off in your running career. You could win races, if you are built that way. Also really light, a light physique. And this has to do with muscle fiber types. So we've got these different muscle fiber types. To simplify, you've got fast twitch, intermediate, and slow twitch. And they kind of have divided them up even more than that. But fast twitch muscle fiber types are more explosive and shorter endurance. Sprinters. And you can look at the size of my thighs. Woo, I've got big thighs, very muscular thighs, very muscular legs. And so clearly I'm built to sprint, and I love to sprint. Give me 5 seconds and I will go all out with power, and then I'm done. I'm toast. That's it. That's all I have. So doing endurance events for me is very mental, and I'm muscling my way through it. I'm not just this light as a feather runner that's born to be fast. So I've got thighs. You're going to see these women and men who are winning marathons do not have huge muscly legs, which is interesting because you think of running as requiring a lot of leg muscle, but it's different muscle fiber types. And these muscle fibers are just smaller, more compact. So they have a leaner, tighter, teenier. Sometimes they look like they're 80, 90 pounds total. I could throw these kind of people and twirl them in the sky and catch them. They're so teeny. And I clearly am not one of those people. So that's another thing. Look in the mirror. If you are like that, if that fits the description, you are probably built to be a fast runner. Now, you might not have like the mental fortitude for it or whatever else is required to, you know, be super fast, but you've got a lot going for you, so yay. If you're more like me and you're kind of hefty and you've got more of those fast twitch muscle fibers versus a slow twitch, then you're going to have to muscle your way through, and it's going to be mental, and you're going to be a little bit slower, and that's okay. That's why it's so important to learn good form. Running form, it's so fun. I was running a marathon and someone, of course, passing me said, great form. And I was like, yes, like I'm not gonna win, but someone said I've got amazing form. And I love that. So the form that I follow and that I'll be teaching in an upcoming vlog is mostly based on Chi running, which is the Danny Dreyer method. So read that book if you ever get a chance. Just, it's really good. It really goes along with everything I already believe from my yoga practice, and it's based on Tai Chi, and so it's just got a lot of great information, and I just read it and it resounded with me, and so I quickly adopted that running style, and it works for me. It sometimes doesn't look as pretty or as cool, but it just works for me, and it helps me to not be injured, which to me, being a fitness instructor, and that's my livelihood, not getting injured is numero uno. Gotta make sure that I don't hurt myself. So running without injury is kind of what I specialize in, because so many people come to me with injuries from running. And I don't think that means running is horrible and you should never run. It means you need to reassess your form. You also might need to reassess your shoes. What are you running in? So I will do a vlog post about running shoes and give my review of some of my favorite running shoes, because that's a huge thing. I mean, shoes, so important. Why do we run? We run for a sense of accomplishment. For this, there's nothing, if you've ever crossed a finish line, there's just nothing like that feeling. It is such an amazing feeling of joy and elation and relief and success, and it's amazing. And I never quite got that from like bodybuilding competing as I do in running, and that's why like I have, you know, kept up my running. I stick with it. There's also a joy in camaraderie when you're running a race and you're surrounded by thousands of people, and they're sharing in your turmoil and pain, and they're loving it. And that's such a sense of you know, we're all in this together, and I love that bonding experience. We run because it's good stress relief. We run because we feel the music and it makes us want to move, and if you can't dance, you gotta run. We run sometimes for solitude. You know, it's, for me, it can be a social thing, but it can also be the most personal and meditative activity that I can do. So running is just, it's a great thing, and I hate when people, you know, bash it because they see runners who are so beat up and broken. And it's true. Running is one of the most high impact sports you can do, endurance running. And a lot of runners just, they run. That's all they want to do. That's what they love. But with that comes serious overuse injury. So my thing is cross-train. Let me help you improve your running, and let me teach you how to not be injured. And I'm not, you know, I'm not this marathon winner. A lot of people take their running advice from the elite athletes, which can be helpful, but sometimes they are so far removed from where us running peons are that they can't quite understand, you know, everything that we're trying to battle, our own physiques and bodies and what we're working with. So that's my approach. I'm a real person and trying to help other real people learn how to really run and keep it safe. So thanks for joining me, Christy, Real Fit for Real Life.